everyone, I'm going to start the new concepts, and the concept is I'm positive it is a watch. I'm a Khaled. I don't know how to pronounce this. You people, you can pronounce by yourself. So let's start the concept. A concept is an idea that represents a category of objects or events. So concept एक idea है जो represent करता है category of objects or events. So concept help us to identify important features of the world. So concept are the things which are the important features of the world. That's why experts in various areas of knowledge are good at classifying objects, which is very helpful. Even if you can see the intelligence test, there are also all the some things like some sub scales of the test are there which are ask you to classify the things. Even the alpha winner test, which is on the mostly of the basis of the classified thing. Even Piaget object, he started his theory on the basis of that, how there's some stages where the actual child has to classify the things. So concepts is the is the way to classify the things, like bird watchers, tropical fish fanciers, 5-year-old dinosaur enthusiasts, and other experts all learn to look for identifying details that beginners tend to miss. If you are knowledgeable about a topic, if you are knowledgeable about a topic such as horses, flowers, or football, you typically see things differently than less well informed people do. Okay, so these are now how to form the concepts. Okay, so concepts forming is the process of classifying information into meaningful category. It doesn't mean that you're just classifying. For example, we have to classify the what I can say, like clothes, suppose, and we have to classify the clothes in that category, that one is for the night wear, second is for the day wear, for office wear, for party wear. So definitely you can't wear your night wear clothes in the party wear clothes. So this is like meaningful category. So at its most basic, concept formation is based on experience with positive and negative instances. Okay, example that belong or do not belong or to the concept class. So these are the classification way. Concept formation is not as simple as it might seem. Imagine a child learning the concept of dog, as there is a way, like suppose there is a two-way schema. I hope you heard about it. I have also taught in first chapter. Schema is a mental image. So how you get the how the child got the concept of dog. Suppose you are telling your child that this is a dog, and the second time when you see when he see the dogs, and he just pointed out the dog and said that, see dad, it's a dog. Okay, so even it could be a different breed, but he is able to learn that this is the classification of dog. But if the child see a cat instead of a dog second time, so you can understand this time he is making a mistake. This time he is making a mistake. It means this time the dad has to modify and say, no, this is not a dog, it's a cat. Okay, so the first one which I have said, when he see the dog, and the say and the some other kind of a breed dog he see, that is called assimilation. And when you just modify the previous schema, that is called the accommodation. So this is the way to learn the concept of a dog. Or for a so here, a child and a father go for a walk at a neighbor's house. They see a medium-sized dog. The father says, see the dog. As they pass the next yard, the child see a cat and say, dog. Her father corrects her, no, that's a cat. The child now think, dogs are large and cats are small. In this next yard, she sees a pancakes and say, cat. No, that's a dog, replies her father. The child confusion is understandable. At first, she might even mistake a packing case for a dust mop. However, with more positive and negative instant, the child will eventually recognize everything from great Danes to Chihuahuas as members of the same category dogs. As adults, we often acquire concepts by learning or forming rules. A conceptual rule is a guideline for deciding whether objects or event belongs to concept class or not. For example, a triangle must be a closed shape with three sides made of straight lines. Rules are an efficient way to learn concept, but examples remain important. It's slightly unlikely that Memorizing rules would allow a man listener to accurately categorize punk, hip hop, fusion, salsa, metal, country, and rap music. So these are the way to categorize. And even if you talk about the like triangle, so there are the three four types of triangle, I think three. Like one is equilibrium, isoscale, scalene. So these all are defining that these are concepts. Okay, so types of concepts are how many types of concepts are there? So as I can see here, there are the three types of concepts we can see here: consecutive concept, relational concept, and disjunctive concept. So maybe I'm pronouncing little wrong in some words, so please excuse me for that. Are there different kinds of concepts? Yes. Consecutive concepts or and concept are defined by the presence of two or more feature. In other words, an item must have this feature and this feature and this feature. For example, a motorcycle must have two wheels and an engine and a handlebars. Okay, so two. Relational concepts are based on how an object relates to some things else or how its features relate to one another. All of the following are relational concepts: large, above, left, north, upside down. So these all are directions. So these are relative concepts. Another example is brother, which is defined as a male considered in relation to another person having the same parents. So this is called relational, which has the relation. Disjunctive concepts have at least one of several possible features. These are either or concept. To belong this category, an item must have this feature or this feature. Here is a choice. See, consecutive does not have a choice, it has and at add. Relational will tell about the relation, and disjunctive is like either this or this. Neither, it's not like the all. Okay, so for example, a baseball, a strike is either a swing, a miss, or a pitch over the place or a foul ball. Then either or quality of the disjunctive concept make them hard to learn. Now let's go for the prototypes. When you think of the concept word, do you mentally list the features that words have? Probably not. In addition to rules and feature, we use prototypes or ideal models to identify concepts. A robin, for example, is prototypal word and ostrich is not. In other words, some items are better example of concept than others. Which of the drawings in figure 9.3 best represent a cup? 9.3. This is. Uh, I can see the 5. Yeah. Okay. So you can say that is why it is hard to identify concept when we can come up with the relevant prototypes. Okay, and prototypes is what? Prototypes an ideal model uses a prime example of a particular, like a picture. Okay, prime example of particular concepts. So that is why it is hard to identify concepts when it can't come up with the relevant prototypes. What, for example, are the objects shown in? As you can see, prototypes especially helpful when we try to categorize complex stimuli, which is very helpful. So this you can see. But here is a user prototype concept identifiable. You can easily classify this is like Caesar, this is some kind of a cutter I can see. I don't know, these are some tools. Okay, but different tools to work. No, first one is a plus, I think it's not a scissor. So faculty concepts. Faulty concept. Faulty means using inaccurate concept often lead to thinking errors. So here are the inaccurate concepts leads to thinking error. For example, social stereotypes are oversimplified concepts of group. So social stereotypes are the stereotypes about men, African American women, conservatives, liberals, police officers, other groups often muddle thinking about member of the group. A relate problem is all or nothing thinking, one dimensional thought. In this case, we classify things as absolutely right or wrong, good or bad, fair or unfair. Okay, this is called faulty concepts. Like glass bhara hai, khali hai, this is right, faulty concept. Black or white, honest or distant. Thinking this way prevents us from appreciating the subtitles of most type problems. So you can understand this very well. Suppose I'm saying there is a one story which I want to share with you. There was a woman and whose father was imprisoned. First of all, he got the like life, what is called life, यार फांसी को क्या कहते हैं, सो आई फॉरवर्ड कि हाँ, डेथ पेनल्टी, ओके. सो but her daughter requested to the judge that please give him the imprisonment, and uh, don't give him death penalty, but something, the story, I'm like missing something. The judge said okay, but he will not get anything until death. So she said okay, just give me a one meeting in a day so that I can meet my father till his death. The court say yes to it, this request, and it is right then. But she was feeding her father daily because she just got milk, because she just got deliver a baby, and she was able to feed her by her boobs, and she can feed him. So she go there every day, she went there every day, and she started feeding him, and he was unable to die. And all the people were surprised what is happening, what she is giving, although they check her before letting her go to him. But still he was alive, and then they try to find it out that that was the reason. So on a one perception, if you talk about the morally, that is quite wrong. On the basis of means moral, it is uh, on the social judgment, you can say how the father can be freed by a daughter like this, and some can say no, they are going against the law. And but see, this is the perspective, this is the concept of their faulty concept. So he is like, you can just thinking about like that. So it is like, so here you cannot say either right or wrong, huh? Or people will say this right or wrong, so which is not a good thing. There is a some always like suppose the person is doing the theft, doing the robbery just because of the earning bread. So it is quite normal, yeah, it is, I'm not saying it is not wrong, it is wrong, but as compared to the big robberies and all, so this is understandable, like nothing wrong is, so quality concept is there. Connotative meaning, generally speaking, concepts have two types of meaning. One is the denotative meaning of a word or concept is the exact definition. Connotative is the emotional or personal meaning. Wow. So denotative is like exact definition, and connotative, which is emotional or personal defining. Okay. So I'm just highlighting it for my sake of. The denotative meaning of the word naked, having no clothes, oh, is the same of the nudist as it for a movie censor, but we would expect their connotation is different. Okay, emotional. So connotative differences can influence how we think about important issue. For example, the term enhanced radiation device has a more positive connotation than neuron bomb does. I don't know the meaning of this line, so please try to. Scientists can, like any science student can explain it. So, can you clarify what a connotative meaning is? Yes, connotative meaning can be measured with a technique called the semantic differential. And when we rate words or concept, most of their connotative meaning boils down to the dimension good or bad, strong or weak, active and passive. These dimension gives words very different connotations, even when their denotative meanings are similar. For example, I'm conscientious, you are careful, he is nitpicky, because we are conscientious. Let's further explore language. Here's this, you can see there's some examples are read these words, this word jazz, rounded, angular. This is an example of Osgood semantic. How do people understand the meaning of semantic? The connotating meaning of the word just can be established by rating it on a scale. Mark your own rating by placing dots next in space. Concept the marks with a line. They have a friend rate the word and compare your responses. It might be interesting to do the same for rock and roll, classical rap. Language don't leave home without it. So, what is the role of language in thinking? Thinking may occur without language. True, even who doesn't learn language, they have a thinking like animals. Everyone has searched for a word to express an idea that exists, a vague image or feeling. Nevertheless, most thinking relies heavily on language because words encode and translate the world into mental symbols that are easy to manipulate. We know that when we say any word, so we got the either visualized picture of it or the echoic picture, which means sound. So that makes easier for us. Okay, here is the human diversity, bilingual, sigh or no, you are known, yes or no. So please, you people read it. And the study of meaning in words and language is known as semantics. Yeah, the study of meaning in words is that their link between words and thinking become most evident. Suppose on an intelligence test you were asked to circle the word that does not belong to this series. So skyscraper, cathedral, temple, prayer. So like last three are related to religion and the first one is little different, it's like a tool I think. And if you circle prayer you answer as most people do. Now try another problem. Sorry, prayer, because skyscraper, I don't know, it is a kind of religious word maybe. Or cathedral prayer temple sky. Did you circle skyscraper this time? The new order subtle alters the meaning of the last word. This occurs because word gets much of their meaning from context. For example, the word shoot means different things when we are thinking of, oh, I was going right. So please don't consider the last one thing. And marksman serve bartending, medicine, photography, or golf. Likewise, the words we can greatly affect our thinking. Has one country's army invaded, another or affected or protective inclusion. Are you getting what they're saying? Trying to say invaded. Okay, like they are starting about the war. Is the marthil half full or half empty? What I told you. And would you rather eat rare prime beef or bloody slab of dead cow? Wow. More sorry, I am a vegetarian, so please don't consider this. Okay, don't think I am a like, oh, what a cruel girl she is. She's saying wow. I'm just saying in a sarcastic way. So more subtle effects also occur. For example, most people have difficulty quickly naming the color of the ink used to print the words in the bottom two rows of the word meaning are just too strong to ignore. Language also plays a major role in defining ethnic community and other social group. Like we in our country also you know our country has divided the state on the basis of the language, either it is southern or northern. So language play this is the major role. Thus language can be bridge or evident that all sorry we have come to somewhere, or barrier between cultures. You can understand, suppose I know Hindi and English, and I'm trying to talk in English because I want that South student also can take the advantage of these videos. But suppose that I speak Hindi and I give this classes in Hindi, and or the students of the southern students or the Middle East who doesn't know Hindi, if they try to listen these videos they won't be able to get anything. So this is really a barrier. And even like there's some other example like I hope you know there what is you know whenever I'm going to tell you I forget that word. So suppose you have studied another culture and anthropologist, so they want to study their culture, so the language can be barrier. And even we meet some different culture people, even in our country we are unable to communicate. One of my friend lives in Tamil Nadu. She can't speak much. She can't speak, it means little bit Hindi even, and I can't speak Tamil the same way. And if you talk about English, she's having a like okay English, so she can just only like communicate in some way. But her mother and father cannot, so I have to talk like body language by body language or some little words. Okay, so translating language can cause a rush of semantic problems. Perhaps the St. George, California Public Library can be executed for the one displaying a large banner that was supposed to say "You are welcome" in a native Philippine language. Even we say that if you go in South countries, South states, and there you will see the boards of the English or in their local language. Okay, but if you come here, it will be Hindi. In Delhi also Hindi, Punjabi, and English. Okay, so language barrier is there, and that is we have read. Okay, then I want to show that purple, red, blue, purple, green, red. This mm, the banner actually said you are circumcised, and however, in more important situations such as international business and diplomacy, avoiding semantic confusion may be vital. So, bilingual, either yes or no. The structure of language. I think this video is going quite long. So, structure of language, which is very important topic. I am going to start in next class. So, till here, that's all. Thank you so much.